Now, how do you reverse toxic charity? Because to be candid, most of us are dealing with that. Right now, some of us have dealt with it. Some of us are still dealing with it. Some of us are struggling with it. Some of us are going through. So the next thing is, how do you reverse toxic charity? Because now you've created a monster. They've moved from appreciation to anticipation, and from there to expectation, from there to entitlement, from there to dependence. And then the next thing is resentment because you failed to give them. So how do you reverse it? You have to put certain framework in place. Number one, never do for the poor what they can do for themselves, what they have capacities to do. Recently, I was speaking to a lady, and I said, "What are you doing? Okay, you didn't go to school. You are 20, in your late 20s. You are not married. You left your boyfriend because he was probably tired of giving to you, and you are having 2, 3 younger ones with you, and you are losing money to them, and you are working where they pay you only 40,000, and you can't cope up, and you don't want to leave. So what do you do? What are you going to do differently?" So I want to learn a trade and all that. Okay, go and study. What do you want to do? I want to do salon and I want to go for pastry. All right, go study. Go to them and see, do feasibility studies. Come, let me know what it's going to cost. You know what? A week after that, there is no response because they are expecting you to give them fish instead of teaching them how to fish. So do not do for the poor what the poor can do for himself. Don't do it. What they have capacity to do, don't do it. And I'm resolved. If I tell you to go look for ways, go this, put in there, put in that, to see how to better your life, and you don't respond to that, that will be on you, not on me. Because you know what? There has to be one Messiah. He has already come. That Messiah was to give his life for the world to be saved. And indeed, he has come. He has paid the price. He shed his blood. He gave his life. And I'm not him. There's one God and I'm not him. I know that already. So I can't solve everybody's problem. And I'm not sent to solve everybody's problem on earth. And I'm not anybody's Messiah. So you need to settle that in your mind that, look, you are not meant to solve everyone's problem. So you have a responsibility to do something for yourself. If you don't do, if the poor can do something for themselves, they can go get feasibility study, they can go think of what to do, they can go learn a trade, and they will not do that. Don't do it for them. Because if you create a business and you hand it over to them, they will destroy it. A man is unable to pursue a vision he has not seen. Write the vision, make it plain, so that whoever is can run with it. If they don't come up with a vision, if they don't show exactly what they are capable of doing and go along with you, then forget about it because it's not going to work. It will crumble. That's why you give a person 200,000. And I see a lot of young people doing charity work on social media. Oh, how much do you need? Okay, I'm going to give you 2 million. Go and do that. Have they been able to manage 100,000 before? Were they sometime apprentice under anybody? Did they understudy anybody? Because there are 2 ways to learn in life. There's the easy school and school of hard knocks. If a person is not going to learn the right way, then he will lose money to learn. And the money you're giving to him is what he's going to use to learn that trade. So make sure they go to learn the trade. Make sure they're under someone. Make sure they supervise, they're under a supervisor. Many years ago, I had this guy who came and he was asking for money to start business. And I said to him, I'm putting you under this guy. He's run his business successfully in this place, and you just need him. So I need you to come under this guy. He will oversee this business. You will be feeding him back. And every time he comes to you, you are going to give him feedback, and then he will feed me back. But I want him to oversee your business for the next 6 to 8 months. And then until you are settled, we'll leave the money for you. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm older than him. How can somebody I'm older than? But I said, well, he's older than you in business. Just submit to him and learn this one. And you've never done that before. Oh, no, I cannot do that. I know that. I say, okay, I'm sorry. We're not going to give you the money. Today he's a farmer. He couldn't go into that business. So whatever it is, if they have not done what they can do for themselves, do not give them anything. Don't commit to it. Number 2, limit one way to emergency situation. In other words, you're going to give. If you are going to give, let it be an emergency situation. Excuse me, your wife going to the hospital to deliver a baby. It's not an emergency situation. The baby warned you for 9 months before she arrives or before he arrives. So it's not you can't come to me, hello sir, I need your help. My wife delivered suddenly. No woman gives birth suddenly. It takes many months of preparation. So you need to have been saving for it. But if she gets there to deliver a baby and it has to become a cesarean operation, that becomes an emergency that was not planned for. But limit your giving to emergency situations. Don't allow anybody to railroad you or guilt trip you, because poor people, if there's anything they can do well, they can gaslight you. They can guilt trip you and make you feel like, why should you have more than one car when I don't have it? Why should you be flying business or first class when I don't even have a means of transport? When I can't pay my rent? Well, there were many years ago, that some of us struggle with our rent. So I can't be guilty for paying my rent and I'm able to fly first class, and you cannot do that. So, but poor people will guilt trip you. They will gaslight you, make you feel bad, make you feel ugly. Oh, he's a pastor. Why did he have private jet? When he was laboring, were you there? Oh, he said, this is the rich. They are just rich. They don't share the money with the poor. No, nobody was sent to this world to become an obstruction to another person. Nobody was sent to this world to become a liability on another person. Just chill out and allow people to enjoy their lives. They pay the price and they have the privilege to also enjoy their lives. I hope this comes to you. It might come strong, but that's okay, because we just need to address this thing. Limit your giving to emergency situations. If a person wants to go and you truly want to give, then organize a way that you do not have to repeat this giving. You don't have to bear this burden unnecessarily. In fact, there's a scripture that I like in Galatians chapter 6, and it says, bear you one another's burden. Then when it goes down to verse 6, it says, everyone will carry his own load. Burden is the emergencies, the extras that life bestows on us sometimes that we never prepare for. But loads are what the capacity everyone has to manage everything. Is that okay? Okay, we don't have enough time, so I don't want to go too far. Let's go to the third teaching.